I was in the best shape of my life at 261 pounds, and I will be in the best shape of my life this year at 271 pounds. How do you get better at 55 or mid-50s? You know? You guys heard me say that before. What's the best nutrition plan? The one you enjoy. What about the Corona?
What about it?
And
if I got a Corona, I'll drink a Corona.
He'll drink a Corona right
Mike's
now.
never had a beer in his life.
Two things I'll talk about. One is we're not germaphobes. Also, if for me, my immune system's pretty strong, and if I did get sick, I would just recover from it. So I don't think much about the Corona.
I'm not even giving it two thoughts.
Never two thoughts. Sorry. That's why I let people come over to the house. That's why I train with people. That's why I'm not worried about it. And that's why I don't worry about it. Let me say something earlier when I said that he's doing this workout and where he goes in and has fun. Understand there is a beautiful thing to momentum and moving forward. So he's not on a plan. He's not on a nutrition plan. He eats when he wants to eat, but he does eat healthy and he does train. So what am I trying to say with this? What I'm trying to say with this is if he at any point, which if you go back to his Instagram and go back to previous pictures and stuff, at any point he can go, hey, I'm going to tighten it up. I'm going to put myself on a plan. I'm going to take 30 days and stay on a nutrition. And what happens, and this is what's cool about this, is what happens to this mid-50s, I can say that, this mid-50s-year-old guy, is that he gets better. Oh, no. You don't get better after 21, 30 years old. You don't get better. How do you get better at 55 or mid-50s? What he's doing, he's consistent. He's still training, having fun. He's still eating healthy. And then when any point he wants to go 30 days, I'm going to go psycho and just do a plan, he gets even better.
Which, by the way, I'm about ready to. I was going to.
We're going to start July.
Okay.
Wait.
July. Okay. I'll wait till July.
Wait till July.
But let me say this with respect.
We're all starting July 1st, right? The 30-day blitz.
It literally changed my physique, man. And matter of fact, that's why I was going to go to Jason. We're pitching covers to Men's Health after that 30 days of being on Mike's 30-day blitz. But I'm close, in the famous words of George Foreman, I'm closer to 60 than I am 50. I'm 56 years old. And this is the God's honest truth.
You got my phone?
What I'm about to tell you right now, I feel better now, functionally, athletically, emotionally, than I have my whole life. I mean, I have no injuries, thank God. I can function at a very high level. Athletically, I can still go run and play and do all sorts of things.
Still
I
crush.
have a blast. And it's because I approach it in a way that I enjoy, and I'm not feeling pressured because one of my best friends on the planet is, you know, one of the most famous bodybuilders there is. I don't feel like I need to measure up to what he's doing, and I think that's what a lot of people do. They see somebody that they want to emulate, and they think they need to do that. But like I said, man, do what works for you. And when it becomes enjoyable, then that's when the results really come. Because if you're forcing something, it just doesn't work out, man. You know?
You guys heard me say that before. What's the best nutrition plan? The one you enjoy. It really is. I can set you up on the perfect plan that will get you in shape. You don't enjoy it, you'll never get there. You do it a moderate of that amount, you'll get in better shape than you're going to get. We're not going to sugarcoat it. You're not going to get in the shape that I could get you in, but you'll still get in good shape. So that's one of the things, and that's what he's doing. He has fun with training, so make sure to go over there and follow him and watch those things. Let's see if we got more questions here. We have a guy in here that always wants to be ripped. He always wants to be in shape. Now, I've talked about this, but I want you to talk about this. For me, I always said the guy that always wants to be 100% every day is not going to be as good as the guy that is trying to get better. And the difference there is one guy that's trying to get better understands that there's ups and downs, there's calorie change, there's weightlifting change, and you're always trying to get better, and then you're great for a day, and then you get back into the road again of trying to get better. And you live that in your 20s and stuff. Then there's the guy that just wants to be the cover model every single day. And I worry about new society relative to what we were like when we were kids. New society with photos being up every day on social media is that I got to look like a cover model every day. And what I worry about is that means most likely you're in somewhat of a deficit every day. Somewhat you're not feeding the connective, the bones, your body, you're not recovering. And if you're doing that already at 20 or even as a teenager,
Yeah.
where's your growth?
Yeah, there's not. That's why, you know, if you just think about this planet that we live on, there are seasons, and there are seasons for a reason. Each one leads into the next one and nourishes that next one to provide the beauty that it provides. And they go around. We find ourselves complaining sometimes it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too this, it's too that, June gloom, it's gonna rain. But, you know, April showers bring what? May flowers. So if you are a little pudgy and if you're not looking how you want to look for your Instagram post, oh well, so what? Own it, deal with it, and know what you're doing. Don't let somebody else pressure you into having to look a certain way, therefore diminishing the gains that you could get when you take the time to allow your body to heal. Like we were just talking, this whole quarantine thing has been a great time to heal because you can't go to the gym and do some of the stuff that you just get caught up in naturally as a human, right? Ego gets in the way a lot of times for all of us. But when I'm doing it right now, like I don't care what I'm eating, and your body won't be as bad as you think it's going to be. It might trick you.
Real quick before you say, what he means is he doesn't care what he's eating. He still eats healthy relative to you guys. So don't you guys go, well, he said, don't do the Instagram thing. He didn't say eat pizza and donuts all day.
Yeah, I did not say that, and I am. Someone asked me today, how do you stay in shape all the time? Number one, genetics are really good, and I'm very consistent with what I eat. And Mike said something. You know, the number one thing, if you can keep in your head as it relates to your diet and how you approach it, sustainability. Can you sustain what you're doing? If you can't, then why do it? You get one picture for one day, then you get out of shape and rebound, right? There's a rebound effect that people have. They get in really good shape, and then they get in really bad shape. And unfortunately, it happens to women more than it happens to men. So
I got to take this and just go, this is great, because Blaine is one of these guys who goes, I always want to be ripped. And I'm like, okay, then pick your 70%, because that's what you'll be. You'll never be the 100% guy. We'll never see the 100% you, but pick the 70% you, and then just stay there and stay happy with that. For me, I have an absolutely warped mind that I still believe I can get better and better and better. So I will continue to fight for that. And so, like you were saying,
work to have.
like you guys know, this is the first time since I've dated Mona that she's allowed me to go off season instead of flying somewhere and guest posing and being sliced all the time. And in those times, man, you get little nicks and bumps and stuff, and you don't got time to heal. So that's the first time I got to heal, which is great.
Yeah.
Clark just got here, hasn't seen me in months. I'm 308 pounds, and he's like, dude, I haven't seen you like this since the mid-90s. And that's probably true.
Yeah. He's like a heater, by the way. You
can feel the heat.
Let me talk to Blaine. Blaine, I understand where you're coming from. I really do, because I made my entire career being the guy that was always in shape. I heard a bodybuilder one time tell a photographer, I'll call you the next time I'm in shape. And in my mind, I thought, well, what if I'm always in shape? What if I'm that guy? So that's what I let everybody in the industry know. I'm the guy that's always going to be in shape. So when this guy wasn't ready for one of these covers, they'd be like, well, who can we get? Well, Clark said he was always in shape. But I have suffered as a result of that, because if I wanted to be bigger or stronger, I let my desire to be ripped always kind of override the ability for me to be bigger than I was. And I have to admit, sometimes I did kind of want to get that way. I wanted to test and see how strong I could be. I've never really done that. I mean, way back in the day I did, but you know, if you're so lean all the time, and there's a lot of issues with connective tissue and stuff that isn't visible to the naked eye, but is happening underneath and behind the scenes, that you gotta just, you know, again, it's cyclical. You have to go through these things. You don't need to get 308 pounds, but you need to have a relative off season for what you want to accomplish. And it doesn't mean you need to be fat.
Right. I agree with everything he's saying. And again, that is true. And something that I got stuck in these last 6-7 years is just being sliced like that. That's why I was always guest posing. That's why I was the guy to call for us. And
well, that's a job too.
Yeah, it's a job.
And unfortunately,
and I've been done competing for over 20 years. What's nice is that you guys will be able to go along with us on this, that I will, and I finished off last year in December. I finished off because I fell off the stage too, but we're not bringing that up. Jeff can just cut that in right here. I
just blow up on TikTok and get 10 million views. That's the greatest.
Did it on Instagram. But I was in the best shape of my life at 261 pounds, and I will be in the best shape of my life this year at 271 pounds. And why 71? I'd really like 272 is because that's how big I was when I graduated high school. And so I want to be completely ripped to the bone at 272 when I walk on stage this year at the end of the year. Around December. What?
Is there any
I don't know what you're talking about. 272 in December, boys and girls. You heard it here first. So that's what we're getting ready for. So you guys get to join us. You get to join us with the cut down and stuff like this.
It's fun too, because you get to get like it's like this.
It's psycho.
And then people fall out, man. You watch people fall out. Day 1, well, someone's already gone. Day 3, 5 guys are gone. Day 7, everyone's gone. It's like the last 2. Let's go.
I think that motivates me even more.
Oh, it does, man. I like seeing. Well, you mentioned that when we first started this. I
said to you, what did I say to you? When I said I want to join you doing this, and I go, hey, this isn't.
Well, you didn't even tell me. You said, hey, you want to do this 30-day blitz with me? I was right here. I'm like, yeah, sure. I get home. You're like, I'll send you the diet. I get the diet. I'm like, what did I just get myself
Send me the
into?
diet. No, I sent you the diet.
Yeah.
No, send me the diet.
Yeah. I'm like, what did I just get myself into? Really? You know? Then we had a fight, and you're yelling at each other because he was being a bitch.
He did something. He did something I tell you guys not to do.
I asked him a question.
Exactly. Stay with it, and you'll answer your own questions after the fact. And we did get moody.
I helped him refine the program is what I did.
No,
Because he never admitted that the question I asked was a valid one.
Fake news, guys. Fake news. Like his biceps.